Every time you book a flight, you hand money to a company that can legally disappear overnight and keep every dollar. At 3 a.m. last Saturday, 50,000 people found out exactly how that works. The eighth largest airline in America turned off its phones, disabled its website, and disappeared. No warning, no transfer. The first major U.S. airline to vanish in 25 years. Why did this predictable collapse happen with zero warning? Here's what actually happens when an airline dies overnight. Spirits rise and the fuel shock. Spirit Airlines built the cheapest ticket machine in American history. They stripped bags, seat selection, even water from the fare, and charged for each separately. Wherever Spirit flew, fares dropped by up to 11%. Those planes were why millions could afford to fly at all. Then in February 2026, Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz. Jet fuel went from $2.24 a gallon to $4.51 in 6 weeks. Spirit had one last lifeline, but powerful hedge funds had other plans. Bankruptcy and hedge fund decision. Spirit had filed for bankruptcy twice, in 14 months. By April, the fuel spike cost $15 million extra per week. The Trump administration offered $500 million, but 3 hedge funds had to accept being paid back last. Imagine loaning your life savings to someone, then being told a stranger collects first. They ran the numbers. Spirit's planes and gates were worth more dead than alive, so they said no. Were they wrong to kill the airline to save their money? Here's what makes this insane. At 3 a.m. on May 2nd, the last Spirit flight touched down in Dallas. The pilots didn't know it was their final shift. Air traffic controllers said farewell. The website went dark. Phones cut. 1.8 million future seats, gone in seconds. If this is already shocking you, hit like right now. It tells YouTube this story deserves to be heard. But why did the chaos outlast the airline? Midnight collapse and passenger chaos. Here's what that 3 a.m. looked like. Las Vegas, empty counters, red cancellation boards, nobody to ask. A passenger walked behind an unmanned gate desk and used the public intercom to beg for help. Filmed. Nobody came. Spirit's dead flights kept appearing as active in airport systems for 72 hours. Real gates blocked, real passengers stranded. Ghost flights. Ghost airline. How does the most optimized industry on Earth not know which flights exist? Because Spirit dying didn't just break Spirit. Industry ripple effect. Delta absorbed thousands of Spirit refugees in just 12 hours. With almost no spare seats left, the first routine delay hit, and the system broke. Pilots sat ready in crew rooms while planes stayed on the ground. 400 flights canceled. Atlanta alone lost 103 flights in one day. The ripple reached London, Paris, and Amsterdam. One budget airline dying broke a premium airline. Spirit controlled just 5% of U.S. domestic capacity. When it disappeared, fares on former Spirit routes are projected to rise 23%. Your next flight just got more expensive. So what does that actually tell us? It tells us every airline you fly runs with almost zero margin for error. The next fuel spike doesn't need to be Spirit to give you the same nightmare. Book like you know the airline could be gone before you fly. If that just changed how you think about businesses, subscribe to Simple Storytellers. This is what we do every single week. At 3 a.m. on May 2nd, an airline didn't close. It vanished. Zero warning. Because efficiency leaves no room to warn you when it's about to break. If you'll never book a flight the same way again, tell us in the comments which airline you're now worried about. That's exactly why Simple Storytellers exists.